This will be a quick tutorial on installing and using StarPro, MOS Digital's Starfield rendering plugin for After Effects. When you download the software, you'll see two files, the StarPro plugin software and our included star database. All you need to do is copy these two files into your After Effects plugin folder. On the Mac, that'll be under Applications, Adobe After Effects, Plugins, and we'll put it under the Effects subfolder. On Windows, of course, this would be found under Program Files. So just copy these two files into your plugin folder, and StarPro is installed. If you've purchased StarPro, you'll have received a license file by email, starpro.key. Just copy this into the same folder. If you don't have the key file, StarPro will run in demo mode. Next, I'll show you how to apply StarPro to your After Effects comps. So let's create a new composition, 1920 by 1080 pixels HD. And it's important that you go into your composition's color settings and change the bit depth to 32 bits per channel. StarPro works best when you're working in floating point color. Now we need a layer to apply the StarPro effect to, so we're going to create a solid black matte. And then we go into our effects here under Generate and take the StarPro plugin and apply it to our black matte layer. And here's your star field. You'll notice the constellation Orion right here. StarPro uses a NASA database of the actual sky as you'll see it from Earth. Although if you're working on a science fiction project and you don't want to have recognizable constellations, we've also got a randomized star field that you can download separately from our website. Now I'll go through some of the basic settings on the StarPro plugin. The star brightness control up here controls the overall intensity of the effect. And another good control to know about is brightness bias. This controls how bright the dim stars appear in relation to the brighter stars. By default, StarPro gives you a natural sky look, but if you'd like the dimmer stars to come out more, you can just increase the brightness bias a bit, and you'll see more dim stars. Another important control to know about is luminance threshold. What this does is it tells StarPro not to render stars that are dimmer than a certain brightness value. This affects StarPro's rendering speed. If you want StarPro to render quickly for preview purposes, you might turn this up to say 0.01. And if you want a detailed render where you can see every tiny little dim star in the sky, turn it down to 0. Now I'll show how StarPro interacts with After Effects' 3D camera. Let's add a camera into our composition. StarPro automatically follows the transforms on your After Effects camera. So as you can see, I'm using the camera pan control to look around the image. You can go from Orion here up following his belt and look at the Pleiades star cluster. All of the camera controls work, such as the zoom control. We can zoom out and see a bigger view of the star field. Finally, I'm going to go into how to create highly detailed Milky Way effects. The way you get a detailed view of the Milky Way is by rendering lots and lots of stars. By default, StarPro comes with the Sky2K database, which is about 300,000 stars. If you want good Milky Way effects, you can go to our website and download a much larger star database called Hipparcos Tycho, which includes over 2 million stars. This is a file called hiptyche3d.stars, and all you need to do is drop it into the After Effects plugin folder just the same as the other star database. And when you relaunch After Effects, you'll see another choice in the star database menu here. So let's switch over to hiptyche3d. Now you're not going to see much of a difference until you change this luminance threshold, because all the additional stars are dim ones. Turn luminance threshold down to 0, and boom, we've got a highly detailed Milky Way effect. You can use StarPro's other controls to affect this. For instance, if we want to give it, say, a bluish tint to the star background, we can pick a bluish tint color and then go into the tint strength and turn it up from 0. Of course, it will take StarPro longer to render if you're using the massive star database and a low luminance threshold, so I recommend that you turn this up while you're tweaking the effect so that you can pan around and check that everything looks okay, and then when you're satisfied, turn it down to 0 for the final render. This has been a quick tutorial of StarPro and After Effects. In our next video, I will show how to integrate StarPro with 3D scenes rendered in a separate 3D animation package.